All right, that one's good. Okay. Man, I just want to make sure that the volume's good. And we're good? All right. So, yo, peoples, Kyushu92 here. Welcome back to welcome to the first chapter of My Hero Academia in the year 2020. So, let's go ahead and get started off with the first chapter of the decade. Chapter 256 of The High Deep Blue Sky. While Eraserhead and Present Mike were racing away back at the school, and for those who remember, in the last chapter, Eraserhead and Present Mike were trying to get through to Kurogiri, who we come to find out who is essentially a Nomu that had the body of their deceased friend Shirakumo Oboro used as a template to create him. Hello, I gotta leave. I haven't caught up yet. Oh, it's fine, Diamond Doll. Also, thank you for your kind words and compliments. It means so much to me. I'm glad I can be an inspiration to somebody. That's the purpose of this channel, to make people feel better. And if I'm able to make people feel better and inspire them to feel better and do better in their days, then it makes me happy. So I'm glad I could do that for you. But also, nice to finally see you face to text. But in the last chapter, they were trying to reason with Kurogiri to try and get his human side. Because as we know, when a Nomu is created, some semblance of the person's former life is shown in the body. So certain things like High-End's body was used by an underground fighter. And that's why the High-End we know was so bent on finding a strong person to fight. Because the person the body used to always seek that same thing out. So, Eraserhead was trying to reason with Shirakumo in Kurogiri to try and reveal some things about where the League is and what's going on with them. And as far as Eraserhead got was just like a hospital. So now they're currently moving to try and figure out what that actually means. So, why do they have to build up? So while they're going through all of that, and they even talk to All For One to try and figure out what was going on, and All For One is just being cryptic as usual. And the chapter ends with the doctor that, treated All For One and kept him, hooked up to all this machinery. And because, the battle before the final fight with All Might left him without pretty much this much of his face, including a nose, eyes, and ears. And he's currently in the process of, I guess, awakening or giving Tomura Shigaraki another quirk. And apparently it's extremely painful because Tomura's body is covered in scars and blood and all sorts of different things. So, while that's going on back at the school, while Eraserhead and Present Mike were racing away back at the school, get terminated, humans. We are the Skynet of this world. And apparently they all get sliced through by Aoyama's ability. Oh, he's improved his quirk, so now his naval laser can turn into a naval saber. Ooh, a new move. Everyone loves a sword. Are they displaying their new powers? Are they displaying some new moves they've learned? Nice, here we go, Aoyama! And... whoa! Hagekure! Yo! She's not just invisible, she can manipulate light? When was this a thing? Because Aoyama shoots a laser out, and then Hagekure grabs it into around her hands, and then she warps it. It curved. Now I can yank light and warp it. It feels great seeing it in action. Get him! Today is Judgment Day. Oh, do I need to speak like Arnold Schwarzenegger for these guys? Get them! Today is Judgment Day. And then we have Ashido dropping in from above. Max viscosity! And she completely covers herself in acid in like a, I guess I want to say, slime acid golem type form.
Humans scary. And that's how we get it done.
Fantastic. Let's give them a round of applause. So while they're out there, all this time while they've been out there with All Might, while President Mike and Eraserhead were going off to Tartarus to talk to Kurogiri and All for One, All Might has been seeing what all these new moves everyone has. And, they got new costumes as well. Hasta la vista, baby. That's pretty much how it is. Those three did their work study under equipped hero Yoroi Musha. Wasn't he one of the heroes that got ranked up in the hero billboards? I know I forget a whole bunch of names sometimes, so just pay it no mind. Also, good to see you again, Japanese Flea.
He has so many plans for attacking and defending that we had to come up with new moves and combos to keep up. And did you see my Acid Man?
That was my version of
You're Unbreakable.
And she's just sticking her tongue out like, Notice that this is the only time I've ever publicly stuck my tongue out in that sort of fashion. Not even my sister has ever seen me do that. So I wonder if she'll be shocked to see that
he'll show his tongue on camera, but he won't show it to me, my brother. Why?
Because she likes to stick her tongue out at me sometimes, like, nee. So, family thing. And he's all like, cool. Keep it going. I want to see what each of you learned during your work studies. Ojiro and Sato, a flurry of moves and the power to read ahead. Work study with line hero Shishido, number 13 on the chart. Then we have Jiro and Shoji, enhanced search techniques. Work study with Killer Whale hero, Gang Orca, number 12 on the chart. Oh, we're going all the way up until we see some higher tier heroes that people have been training under. Kaminari and Sero and Mineta. Work study with Mineyama hero, Mount Lady. Team Lurkers, number 23 on the chart. Tight and efficient team move. Then we have Ida. A looser approach. Work study with normal hero Manual, number 222 on the chart. And Koda, working study with laundry hero Washa, number 8 on the chart.
Smooth communication.
Then we have Tokoyami, improvement on all fronts. Work study with Wing hero Hawks, number 2 on the chart. Absent from agency. We know what he's doing. Then we have Kirishima, work study with BMI hero Fat Gum, number 58 on the chart. Making baddies lose the will to fight real quick with his Unbreakable. I still need to watch season 4, don't at me. Uraraka and Asui, work study with Dragoon hero Ryukyu, number 10 on the chart. Determination. And it has a panel with Midoriya just looking on as they're jumping back and forth. Then we have Yaoyorozu, work study with magic hero Majestic, predicting and acting efficiently. Raising the bar. Bakugo and Midoriya and Todoroki. Work study with flame hero Speed. Endeavor. Bakugo just blowing up robots, and then we have Shoto using his ice and fire quirks together. Ultimo Nakama. What's going on? Salutations to you two. I don't think I've ever seen you here before, but welcome to the stream overall. We're just going through chapter 256 of My Hero. It won't be long. I don't want to carry on too long because I got to get something to eat and then got to go to sleep for work. Can't wait for I don't have to worry about that no more. One step at a time, not rushing anything. If you two hope to become top heroes, you can afford to pass up this chance. You've earned this. You've earned this power, fair and square. And this is like flashbacks to when All Might was telling them to go with endeavor to their agency. And then it cuts back even further to before when All Might gives Deku his quirk. I know it's Midoriya. And then we have Midoriya, and he's running and he's dashing. And he jumps into the air. And that's finally when he uses his black web. Oh, let me read through everything. That day feels like ancient history now. You don't look back at me anymore. And he uses his black whip and he grabs all the robot pieces. Experience! And you don't need to. Go on, kid. And he brings them all together and he uses his shoot style to just break through the rest of the pieces. So it looks like he's got his black web like slightly under control. Who knows how much farther he'll go. And All Might just looks on and smiles. Man, an All Might smile when he's like in his frail form, it's just so wholesome. Nice, Bakugo, you conquered Winard, huh? Like heck I did, dummy. Those are just pinpoint blasts. Todoroki, you're finally a hunk who's also quick. I still can't keep up with Endeavor. You figured out how to use it, Midoriya. Yep. Watch it, you. That's starting to look a lot like my quirk. Uraka, you did it, man. I'm using it a lot better now. She's not saying anything. I feel like she really wants to say anything. She doesn't want to say anything because it's getting so close. So thank you for that time.
That time? When was that? But seriously, that inspired me to start using these wires. They're kind of short, so I can't use them like Sero's tape, but still.
It's true that I acted before thinking. And she's all... And it cuts back to a flashback where she has like a massive red face and everything. And he's thinking back to it.
See, I already got stronger because of that, which means we helped to lift each other up.
Thanks. And they both fist bump. And Mineta looks on with disdainful eyes like... Betrayal. This is a betrayal of the highest degree. You didn't tell me you were with Uraraka this whole time. I thought you were my friend, Midoriya. Something like that. And he's just looking on like, what? What's going on? Seems you've all learned a lot out in the world. I've recorded class today so Aizawa can watch later. Keep giving it your all at your work studies. Aiming ever higher. And then I guess it cuts to the faculty building. Back at UA. What now? How about something easy on the tummy like udon? Listen. And it's Aizawa and Present Mike is just planking on a couch, just sitting there. About this business with the work studies, the Safety Commission must know something. What would you do if we learned where they're making those Nomu? I'd run out of here and have a karaoke contest. Then I'd take my boiling blood and make a stew. Then I'd take my boiling blood and make a stew out of it. And you? I'd... Sensei! Hey! It's Mirio! Sorry to bother you outside of school hours. Eraser. Little Eri, she's...
My horn feels weird.
Oh, her horn is growing. It used to be small, but now it's got... It used to be small, but now it's grown again. Don't worry. This is UA High, after all. In the break room with Bakugo and Midoriya and All Might. Congrats on your progress with Black Whip. Thank you. And Bakugo, kid. With you, it's like, what sort of heights is this kid gonna reach? What the heck's that mean? In the end, I wasn't able to find out everything. But you have to keep moving. On to the next step. Ooh, past successors, quirks. Notes for Midoriya. Fight. Ooh. And that's the end of this chapter. Next chapter hits just like One Piece the week after next. So not only is this chapter and the one for One Piece is going on break. So don't expect me to do a live reaction for one next week. That'll be the week after next at this time. Well, actually, the 19th is going to be Sunday. So since the chapters got extended because of it being New Year's, they pushed it forward. So that's why we're having this chapter here on Monday instead of yesterday like we normally do. But expect on the 19th for My Hero and One Piece to be read at 3 o'clock on 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you live outside those hours, and just, judge it from there. But those chapters are going to be read on Sundays. So can't wait to see you guys on the 19th. So overall, this is another good chapter, especially seeing how some of the other students have been doing with their work studies. We got to see some good co-op here. We got to see some good cooperation, good teamwork. Like a lot of the quirks from the students of class 1A, a lot of their quirks complement one another. So it's a lot to take in. But not only does that happen, we have Eri. The main big takeaway is, us finding out which students were working under which hero. And we see all of that. We see everyone working with one another. I'm still kind of... hold on. There we go. Okay, I got her name. I knew I was saying it wrong this whole time. It's not Hagikure, it's Hagakure. Anime only. It's so good. Anime only. It's so good, laughs in manga. You're right. Jazz A. Narwhal. Seriously. People are thinking like, oh, this anime is so good. Us in the background. I haven't read the latest chapters. Seriously, that's how I feel about it. Like when I see people saying like, oh man, like I got coworkers, well, one coworker who watches anime, and she's all like, so what happens now? I can't tell you. And in the back of my mind is like, tell her, it's good, tell her. You gotta tell her. But back on subject here. Her name is Toru Hagakure. I was calling it Hagikure. I don't know why. I apologize for ruining that name. But overall, this chapter just pretty much covers, the rest of the students and their work studies and which hero they worked under. And then we have Aizawa talking to President Mike about what would happen if they were to find this place where the Noma were being made. And before they even go deeper into that, the big three, Nejiro, I can't believe I forgot this other guy's name. I know Mirio's, I know Nejiro. Hold on. I need to do this right. I'm good with faces, but I'm horrible with names. Tamaki Yamajiki. There we go. But yeah, we have Mirio, we have Tamaki, and we have Nejiro come in with Eri, and apparently her horn has grown again. And it looks to be about the same size before Chisaki was taken down. And... well, we don't know what's going to happen because we know that her quirk allows her to rewind or, reset things in a way, like rewind or reverse things. And that's how her parents disappeared, because she reversed her parents all the way to before their existence. And who knows what's going to happen if that power was to go out of control again. I mean, sure, we have Aizawa there, but who knows how much longer Aizawa's power is going to be able to keep it at bay. So I don't know how much longer they're actually going to keep Eri there. Maybe they want to try and train her so she can learn to control it. Or maybe they're just going to keep her around Aizawa to make sure it never goes out of control. And maybe as she gets older, then they'll try and train her with it. Don't know. But that's pretty much where it ends on that note. And then it leaves, the last panel we see is All Might giving Midoriya, sitting with Bakugo and Midoriya. He gives him like a notebook that has past successors and quirks. So now Midoriya, I guess. Now here's what I'm trying to interpret from this page. Like while I'm looking at it, it used to be where Midoriya had a notebook where he had, all kinds of things about All Might. Now, from what I'm interpreting from the scene, hopefully I'm correct on this, he's given Midoriya a notebook for past successors and quirks, notes for Midoriya, fight. So in other words, he's telling Midoriya that you've learned all you can from me. Now it's time for you to learn from the successors and, not try and write more stuff from me and take tips from me. But now it's time for you to forge your own path, for you to learn, and for you to learn what other quirks you got, like got lurking up inside you. So that's what I take away from this chapter. And it's another good thing because it means that Midoriya is no longer constantly looking back at All Might, trying to see if he can give him like a thumbs up for a seal of approval. Midoriya has come a long way since the beginning of My Hero. He's experienced so much hardship, so much pain, and learning that he's got like several other different quirks just lurking inside of him. And now he has to learn how to control all of those things now. It's just like now he has to learn for himself without using All Might as, as his backup teacher. He now has to learn all these things. And as he gets better with these quirks, I feel like he's going to discover more and more about the previous successors about One for All and all the other successors, and even some more of the backstory of the first user of the brother of All for One. So I'm looking forward to that. And I really do need to catch up on My Hero Vigilantes, so that way I can, get caught up and I can know about any little smaller details that could be in the next chapter for next week. So this is a promise. I will catch up completely on My Hero Vigilantes before the next chapter of My Hero comes out. So I rate this as a 9 out of 10. It's phenomenal. It's great. Nah, I rate it as a 10 because it's showing good things. Like all the students are improved with new quirks and new costumes and everything. Even Bakugo, Midoriya, and Shoto have improved, and we get to see that All Might is saying that, hey, you've moved on from me. You don't need to learn from me anymore. Now it's time for you to learn for yourself. So this is like a bit of an official passing of the torch. You've learned all we can teach him. Now he has to learn on his own. So I feel like this is a step in the right direction for Midoriya on his path to becoming the #1 superhero. So overall, I thought this was a very good chapter. And of course, before I get drone on too long, this is like nowhere near as long as my One Piece stream I had just like an hour ago. But it's still a good chapter overall. So with that being said, hope y'all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in the next video. So have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples! Time to get some more pizza.